welcome back to another video, guys. Now, that's right, today we're here to talk about DC Fandome. I watched this last night live, and it was really good fun. I love these big events. I love all these announcements being dropped on us at once. Some sneak peeks, some trailers, some cool set photos, and yeah, I just think it's a lot of fun. So I had to come on today and talk about everything. And I'll sum up the DC Fandome at the end. Now, I've got here on my computer in front of me a list of everything that got announced. I'm not going to cover everything because there is some stuff which, I'll admit, didn't really interest me too much. But all the big things we're going to go over. And we're going to go over them, obviously, in order of when they happen, because that's how this website has listed them to me. So, we'll get started, shall we? First up, we have Black Adam, which I thought they'd close with, to be honest. I had a sneaky suspicion, because we already had a trailer for the Batman that came out at DC Fandome last year. I thought they might open with that, because we're getting closer. We've already had one trailer. I thought they'd just open with the Batman. But, and I thought they'd close with Black Adam, but they didn't. They done the complete opposite. So, Black Adam opens up. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you know, he comes out and he does his little teaser. And he seems like such a lovely guy. And it's great to see how enthusiastic he is about this project. Because I know this isn't just a typical Dwayne Johnson project where he's just been brought on. It's just going to be him making a big action movie. It's really not like that. So for people who are thinking that that's what this is going to be, you're wrong. Because Dwayne has worked on this movie for so long. He's been pushing for this movie for years. Before the DCEU was even born with Man of Steel. He's been working on it for such a long time. So this is a passion project for him. I think that's even how he described it. So I think this is going to be really good. So we got a teaser as well when Black Adam sort of first appears. And wow, it was really awesome. There wasn't much there, but first off, Black Adam looks awesome. The Rock looks incredible in the role. And it's very brutal, and I like that. I like the little clip they showed before of, like, sort of behind the scenes as well. And we got to see Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate, which is, well, we got to see little glimpses of him as Dr. Fate, which I'm really looking forward to seeing that, because I love Pierce Brosnan, and Dr. Fate is one of my favourite DC characters. So, yeah, I'm very excited for this movie. Here in theatres, July 29th, 2022. This is going to be a big movie, guys. I think as long as people feel more comfortable, especially out in America, going back to cinemas now, I feel like this film's going to make a lot of money. You've got Dwayne Johnson and DC slapped on there. And, you know, it's a combination that's going to make a lot of money. Next up, Grant Gustin and The Flash. I don't watch this show anymore, but I'm going to briefly talk about it because it kind of makes me laugh this a bit. I stopped watching The Flash on season 3. Last thing I saw of Rambo was Malfoy turning up in it. But yeah, they've given him a new suit, and I've got to say the suit actually looks really cool. The gold boots, finally. Yeah, I know that a lot of fans are very happy about this, so I wanted to touch on that briefly. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. I personally am not a fan of the first Aquaman movie, which I know might surprise some people because they even said it last night. It is the most successful DC film ever, which is crazy to me. You know, because Superman and Batman, they're like your two big players. But yeah, Aquaman is the most successful movie ever. I think it's funny, and I love that. I think it's great. And I'm pleased the first film done well. I'm pleased people like it. James Wan is an incredible director. Don't think he done a great job with the first movie, but I like his other work. So, I am excited for this one, though. They're taking a darker approach, and all of the stuff they showed behind the scenes looks so great. It really looks like they're going for it. I love Jason Momoa in this role. I love Willem Dafoe as well, and Patrick Wilson. So I'm really excited to see the returning cast there. Maybe not Amber Heard. Not sure why she's still a part of this project, but anyway, we move. Yeah, the behind the scenes bit did get me really excited, and I do have faith that this is going to be a lot better. Black Manta, his costume looks incredible. He's got some upgrades. He looks fantastic. Of course, Jason Momoa's Aquaman's new suits look really cool. I do think this is going to be a big improvement on the first film. I have a lot of faith in it. I have a lot of faith in James Wan. Yeah, also I love the title sequences. I love how clean and white it looks with the water background. I don't know, it just looks really cool, I think. I'm like, yeah, this looks really tidy. So yeah. Next up, we have Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Oh. Now, I didn't think this trailer was actually as good as the first one they released. I can't even remember when they released the first one. It was at some Gamescom, wasn't it, I think? So I remember watching that live as well, being very surprised that we're getting a Suicide Squad game. But this looks awesome. It looks really good. So you've got your main team. You've got Harley Quinn, of course, King Shark, Deadshot, and Captain Boomerang. So a very interesting little core team there. But of course, I'm sure we're going to see some other members along the way. We're going to see a lot of the Justice League. It looks like Brainiac is going to be the main villain of this game, which is very surprising because I don't really see what the Suicide Squad can do against Brainiac. Brainiac is pretty OP. The Suicide Squad, they're not exactly the most OP group out there. Especially when it looks like Brainiac's already beaten the Justice League and he's turned them into his minions in the game. So if the Justice League can't do it, I'm pretty confident the Suicide Squad can't do it. So it's going to be interesting. Because they're going to be fighting off Superman and the Flash. We know that. So good luck to them. I mean, Brainiac's already bad enough. But now they've got Superman and the Flash to fight as well. It's going to be interesting. But the game looks super fun. I can't wait to see some gameplay of it. I think I will pick this game up. I really like the Suicide Squad, even though I know the first film isn't great, but the James Gunn film is awesome. And I like the idea of the Suicide Squad. I think it's pretty cool. I've read a couple Suicide Squad comics now, which I've really enjoyed. So I'm really game for this game. Didn't even mean to do that. So yeah, we'll be picking this game up. Should be good. Yeah, excited for that one. Next up, we got Peacemaker. Peacemaker is, of course, the show which was never planned. It happened because of COVID. You know, James Gunn had finished making the Suicide Squad. And because of COVID and the delays, he was able to write this show. He's directing 5 of the 8 episodes as well, which is very cool. And it's hitting HBO Max on January 13th, 2022. So it's actually not that far away. This was my second favourite trailer of the night after the Batman. It was just edited really well. It looks super fun. John Cena, I know he's not the best actor, but he's such a joy, I think, on screen. And the best performance I've seen him give in all his movies now is the Suicide Squad. I think he's really good as this character. I just love how kind of stupid they've embraced the stupidity of this character a bit. And they embraced it in the Suicide Squad with all the other characters as well. His costume looks ridiculous, but I love that. I love it. He's got some really funny bits where he's sort of shooting a peace sign between his legs. And they're doing the eagle from the comics, which is really cool. Really excited to see that. The bit where the eagle hugged him, I thought was actually really funny. I love that shit. Embrace it. It's a stupid character. Embrace that. Own it. It's great. The music choices were really good. I'm really excited to see this. I'm really excited to see what other Suicide Squad members are going to pop up. Because, you know, I think there's a lot of characters that could pop up in this. The guy who played Javelin Man was presenting this as well. I want to give a shout out to him because he was so funny. He was the best presenter of the night. Bring Javelin Man back. Put him in there. I know that we saw him die, spoiler alert. Bring him back. Put him in there properly. It don't matter. Javelin Man's stupid. This whole Suicide Squad universe is stupid. Whack him in there. He was funny. So then we have DC's League of Super Pets, which is coming May 20th, 2022. This film is stacked in terms of cast. So, of course, we have, once again, Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, John Krasinski. I love that man. Absolutely love him. And Keanu Reeves. Stacked, big cast there. I'm quite looking forward to this film, actually. I've got to say, I know it's going to be a kid's film, but, you know, I've read a couple comics, of course, with a couple of these characters in Crypto. But the trailer was really funny. Like, Kevin Hart's dog sort of pissing and Dwayne's dog trying to look all serious. But that's all they showed. Didn't really get me that excited for the movie. So, yeah, we'll see about that one. Then, of course, we have the Flash movie, which, for me, was my third most anticipated thing of the night. I was really, really curious what they were going to do here. And they did it. They gave us a trailer, which was very surprising. I was not expecting a trailer for this movie. This movie's gone through a lot of shit already. You know, constant director changes, a lot of writing issues. Ezra Miller has not had the smoothest journey in the DCEU. And in the last year, there's been so much coming out about it, about old characters returning. And it's got me very excited. And my good friend Ryan, who I was watching this with last night, said something very interesting. He said he's not happy that they're doing Flashpoint because it's such a big comic event that it shouldn't be his first movie. Because it is a comic which resets the universe. Now, I agree with him. I haven't read Flashpoint, but I know that it's like this huge event that changes the whole of the DC universe in the comics. The reason I believe they're doing it now is because they feel they need to change the DC universe now. Because it looks like Henry Cavill's Superman is out. Ben Affleck's Batman, this is going to be the last time we see him. The whole mess with Zack Snyder's Justice League. And the Joss Whedon Justice League. I just feel like they need to reboot the universe now. So this is going to be a reboot movie. Characters like Shazam, Black Adam, Aquaman, they're all going to stick around because they've got future projects. But it's going to change Superman and Batman and stuff, as we can see. So we see the Ben Affleck Batman mask on the floor in this, which was very cool. And then we see the Michael Keaton one returning. I'm going to be very curious to see how much of a role he plays in this. But I can't imagine Michael Keaton's Batman staying around after this movie. I think he'll be a one and done. This is obviously them writing out Ben Affleck's Batman properly, which I'm good. I'm pleased Ben Affleck's getting a proper ending. But this is a Flash movie. What do I think of Flash? I really like his suit. I feel like the headpiece is a bit bulky. But I quite like the look of the Flash suit. The trailer was pretty well edited. I like the bit where he goes and sees his mum, which is when things are all going to go tits up, as we know. And the ending was pretty cool. You got two Barry Allens and Supergirl there. The two Barry Allens, I've heard a lot of rumours saying he's going to be fighting an evil version of himself. And, I just want to see Reverse Flash instead. But maybe they're going to say Reverse Flash, I don't know. But, yeah, anyway. The Flash, it looks really cool. I'm excited, a little bit worried. But, yeah. Then we have Injustice, which I want to talk about. Because I played the two Injustice games. And they're brilliant. Now, I know not everyone who watches these things plays games. So if you don't play games, you're going to really like this. Because Injustice is one of the best DC stories I've ever heard. It's incredible. It's an absolutely fantastic story. And it's been put to a comic book. It's gone backwards. Normally we go comics, films, games. This has gone backwards. We got the game first. Then they made a comic. And now they're making their animated film. But this is such a brilliant story. And it really is one of my favourite DC stories I've ever heard. It might even be my favourite thinking about it. I actually love this story so much. It's coming to animation 4K. I'm seeing if it has a date here. It doesn't have a date unless it's under the trailer. No, it doesn't. But when this comes out, I'd highly recommend picking it up. It is such a cool story. I'm so excited for people who haven't played the game to discover this story. I'm going to be buying it. I'm going to be watching this because I love it so much. Yeah, very excited. Okay. Next up. Okay, I'll briefly talk about this. Gotham Knights. This is a game that's coming out. Which, yeah, I thought looked really good. Okay, it's not going to help me. I was going to try and have the trailer going there. Yeah, I thought this looked pretty cool. It's again, want to see some gameplay of this, but I love the idea of this game. There's a lot of elements in it which could be really good, and I like it. Feels very, Arkham Knight, Batman-y, like very dark, very gritty. So I am excited to see where they go with that. Where are we going next? There's a load of stuff here which I didn't really feel too excited about. Like, you got the Batwoman stuff, and you've got DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Batgirl, Titans, which my mate Luke loves. Harley Quinn TV show season 3, they announced that. I've seen the first 2 seasons, I think. I've definitely seen season 1. I think I got about halfway through season 2 and got distracted with something else that came out, so I need to go back to it. But I do really like the Harley Quinn animated show. There's a lot of good humour in it, which is quite funny because I don't really like that kind of stuff much, like Rick and Morty and BoJack Horseman and all that sort of stuff. It's not really for me, so I'm surprised I like this one. I think I like it because it sort of takes the piss out of the DC villains, like the Batman ones, how useless they are compared to other villains. No, you know, but anyway, so it's got a good sense of humour to it. They showed some sort of trailer, like some very early footage. It really wasn't worth showing, to be honest, I don't think, but yeah, it looked cool. I'm looking forward to season 3. And then we've got, where are we at? Come on, here we go. Okay, Shazam, Fury of the Gods. This was maybe my most anticipated thing, because really looking forward to the Batman, Black Adam, and the Flash. Don't get me wrong, they're all very high up there. But I really loved the first Shazam film. It's got a charm to it, which I think any other DCU film has yet to capture. I love Zachary Levi in this role. I think the cast is great. And we got Helen Mirren joining the cast for this one. So I'm super excited for this film. Again, they just sort of showed a teaser, some behind the scenes stuff, but the costume looks better. I didn't mind the costume in the first one. The only issue I had with the costume in the first one was the cape. Looks so much better here, thank God. So yeah, annoyingly though, there was one thing which I really hate about this trailer. I was so into it, I was invested, like, this looks great. This looks like they're going to go bigger, badder. There's going to be some really cool stuff. And then they go, coming in 2023. Why is it coming in 2023? It just seems too late. But anyway, very excited for this movie nevertheless. So happy it's getting a sequel. Can't wait to watch it. Although, there's going to be bigger DC fans watching than me. What happened to the little caterpillar villain they teased at the end of the last one? They just binned him off? Okay. Then we have the Wonder Woman 80th anniversary. So this was an interesting panel. I'm not a huge Wonder Woman fan, but it was interesting hearing so many people talk about this character and what wonder means to them and why this character is important. And yeah, it was interesting to listen to. And of course, Patty Jenkins comes out, who, I like Patty Jenkins, she's good. I didn't like 84 much, so I'm hoping that she reels it back a bit for the next one, because they announced Wonder Woman 3, which I'm excited for. I'm excited to see where it goes. You know, I'm guessing this will be Gal Gadot's final run as the character, unless she pops up in team-up movies afterwards, but God knows what's happening with team-up movies at DC at the minute, because it's all a bloody mess. So yeah, but I'm interested to see where that goes, and yeah, it was fun to get an announcement, because that was really the only big movie-related announcement we got. The rest was just teasers for things we knew were coming. Which brings me on to the final thing, which is the Batman. I've done a reaction to the Batman trailer. It uploaded before this. So if you want to see me talk about that more, go look at that video. Also, at the end of this video, I'll have a link to my Batman reaction. Yeah, no, the trailer was great. I loved the little panel before with Matt Reeves. That was really, really fun to hear them talk about it, to hear about them talking about the casting and stuff. It was really fascinating. I love that. I love that kind of stuff. I wanted that more from the Shazam and Black Adam and the Flash panels. I wanted more of this, what we got for the Batman. Just hearing them talk about the movie and stuff, hearing a little panel of these guys going back and forth talking. But anyway, it was really interesting. I thought the Batman panel was the best bit, really. Not only was it the best trailer, I'd say it was the most interesting bit to listen to as well. So overall, what did I think of DC Fandome? I think it was good. I enjoyed it, but I feel like there wasn't enough big surprises. The only bit which was surprising, but I didn't jump up and down, was the announcement of a Wonder Woman 3. And the only reason I didn't jump up and down about that is because I didn't really like Wonder Woman too much. So, yeah, that was the only real kind of shocker for me. The rest, I wanted more trailers. The Black Adam one was very small. The Flash one was very small. They were both good. But, yeah, the only big trailer we really got was the Batman one. And there was a lot of filler. A lot of filler throughout the night for this 4-hour event. I genuinely think they could have cut it down to like 2.5 hours. It would have been a lot better. Because there were some segments where they just went on and on and on. And it was about stuff which a lot of people weren't really there to watch. And then like things like Shazam went like that. Went in like 3-4 minutes. And it was a bit like, really? That's one of your big boys there. And you've breezed over that. But we're spending like 20 minutes on this. So yeah, it was a good night. It was good, but I just think it could have been better. Hopefully next year's DC Fandom will be better. But anyway, there we go. I'm going to end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to me ramble on my thoughts on what's coming out. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff, and I'm really excited. DC, you know, they got some incredible properties, and I'm really excited to see all of these properties come to life in the next couple of years. But anyway, thanks so much for watching as always, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.